1 Kings 10. When the queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning Yahweh's name, she came to test him with hard questions. She came to Jerusalem with a very great caravan, with camels that bore spices, very much gold, and precious stones, and when she had come to Solomon, she talked with him about all that was in her heart. Solomon answered all her questions. There wasn't anything hidden from the king which he didn't tell her. When the queen of Sheba had seen all the wisdom of Solomon, the house that he had built, the food of his table, the sitting of his servants, the attendance of his officials, their clothing, his cupbearers, and his ascent by which he went up to Yahweh's house, there was no more spirit in her. She said to the king, "It was a true report that I heard in my own land of your acts and of your wisdom. However, I didn't believe the words until I came and my eyes had seen it. Behold, not even half was told me. Your wisdom and prosperity exceed the fame which I heard. Happy are your men, happy are these your servants who stand continually before you, who hear your wisdom. Blessed is Yahweh your God, who delighted in you, to set you on the throne of Israel. Because Yahweh loved Israel forever, therefore he made you king, to do justice and righteousness." She gave the king 120 talents of gold, and a very great quantity of spices, and precious stones. Never again was there such an abundance of spices as these which the queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon. The fleet of Hiram that brought gold from Ophir also brought in from Ophir great quantities of almug trees and precious stones. The king made of the almug trees pillars for Yahweh's house and for the king's house, harps also and stringed instruments for the singers. No such almug trees came or were seen to this day. King Solomon gave to the queen of Sheba all her desire, whatever she asked, in addition to that which Solomon gave her of his royal bounty. So she turned and went to her own land, she and her servants. Now the weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 666 talents of gold, in addition to that which the traders brought, and the traffic of the merchants, and of all the kings of the mixed people, and of the governors of the country. King Solomon made 200 bucklers of beaten gold, 600 shekels of gold went to one buckler. He made 300 shields of beaten gold, 3 minas of gold went to one shield, and the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon. Moreover the king made a great throne of ivory, and overlaid it with the finest gold. There were 6 steps to the throne, and the top of the throne was round behind, and there were armrests on either side by the place of the seat, and 2 lions standing beside the armrests. 12 lions stood there on the one side and on the other on the 6 steps. Nothing like it was made in any kingdom. All King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. None were of silver, because it was considered of little value in the days of Solomon. For the king had a fleet of ships of Tarshish at sea with Hiram's fleet. Once every 3 years the fleet of Tarshish came bringing gold, silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks. So King Solomon exceeded all the kings of the earth in riches and in wisdom. All the earth sought the presence of Solomon to hear his wisdom which God had put in his heart. Year after year, every man brought his tribute, vessels of silver, vessels of gold, clothing, armor, spices, horses, and mules. Solomon gathered together chariots and horsemen. He had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horsemen. He kept them in the chariot cities and with the king at Jerusalem. The king made silver as common as stones in Jerusalem, and cedars as common as the sycamore trees that are in the lowland. The horses which Solomon had were brought out of Egypt. The king's merchants received them in droves, each drove at a price. A chariot was imported from Egypt for 600 shekels of silver, and a horse for 150 shekels, and so they exported them to all the kings of the Hittites and to the kings of Syria.
When the queen of Sheba came to seek out Solomon's fame, with questions held in her heart, in Jerusalem she played her part.
Gold and spices she brought along, to hear the wisdom, the truth in his song. With every answer the Spirit moved.
A king who lived by faith and proof. Blessed is the king whose wisdom shines bright. the presence of Yahweh, he brings forth the light.
She gazed upon the throne so grand, with pillars of ivory, a mighty stand. The riches flow like rivers of gold.
A legacy of stories waiting to be told. In the house of the forest, the beauty unfolds with every question asked. His wisdom ever grows old. Blessed is the King whose wisdom shines bright. In the presence of Yahweh, he brings forth the light.
Happy are the men who stand by his side. In the glory of the Lord they take pride. With a heart full of praises they sing along.
In the spirit of truth they are forever strong. Blessed is the King whose wisdom shines bright. In the presence of Yahweh he brings forth the light.
When the queen of Sheba came, she brought with her the fame. She heard of Solomon's ways, and she wanted to test his name. With a caravan so grand, filled with spices and gold in hand, she spoke her heart to the king, for the wisdom from the man. So I'm ready for truth. Solomon answered every call, nothing hidden, revealing all. The wisdom that filled his mind left the queen in total gall. Back to true, I can see, not half was told to me. At the hour of service near, bless the first dress set you free. So I'm ready for the truth. Blessings in abundance flow, gold and spices in a show. Solomon's reign of regal light, getting wisdom through the night. So I'm ready for the truth. It's shining in the light of the King's own.
Like, share, subscribe now.